Generation Z, it is with a heavy heart and an even heavier liver that I come to you in peace today to relay a message that I received from the higher beings. I'm actually sober right now, but I just thought it'd be funny to put on these cloud goggles and come to you with an important message today, because I really think that people our age, I'm 23, I think people around that age group, whether you're male, female, of any color, I don't give a fuck what you are, all right? Whatever you are, we're not getting motivated, all right? We're getting torn down, constantly bombarded. Oh, your IQ's lower than the past generation. Oh, you're walking into the worst financial recession that's ever going to have ever existed, literally ever. Thank you. That provided me with nothing but despair. But I'm here to fuck a black pill, fuck a red pill, fuck a Beats pill. I'm here to fucking hope pill your ass, all right? We cannot give up. We cannot lose hope. We cannot forget that no matter how hard our impending future may seem to be, that we are still in control of it. We are still able to guide ourselves into this future with knowledge that will allow us to navigate it properly, more easily. I think what a lot of these YouTube videos that are getting recommended to me, and I'm sure a lot of other people my own age, are really missing is solutions. I think we're getting a lot of the facts. I think we're getting a lot of the news reports, private equities taking over the entire world and you're basically fucked because tech lord is bad. Well, it's actually a little bit more complex than that. And I think that actually providing Gen Z with some options would be really useful for us, instead of us having to resort into, some form of deep spirituality, as you can see that I've already dived into. Maybe we could just ground ourselves in our new reality. A lot of people seem to be freaking out and not knowing what that is, so hopefully this video can help you out with just feeling like both of your feet are on the ground, like you are actually able to pick a path that will work, So let's take a look at it objectively, okay? I got no script for this video. I'm just kind of brainstorming here, so feel free to brainstorm with me in the comments if you have any ideas or thoughts or options or opportunities that you think our generation should pursue. Please feel free to drop that down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But in my own mind, let's think about this, okay? AI is going to take a lot of our jobs. It seems pretty inevitable. So what can we do about that? Well, there's certain jobs that AI is not going to be able to take over, no matter how much, these tech lords would like it to happen, or no matter how much the shareholder would like it to happen. Blue collar is obviously one of them. AI is probably not going to be a plumber or an electrician or a instrument tech or a carpenter within our lifetimes. Especially once we get into power, I'm sure the anti-AI sentiment will be very strong within our government. So blue collar, it's a very inexpensive, actually probably the most inexpensive education to pursue, because you're getting paid typically whilst you're going through that education. You put in, let's say, 1,600 hours a year towards your required working hours in order to advance in your education, to which you go to 8 weeks of schooling, only to come out of schooling with a 10 to 20% raise, depending on what field you're in. So I think blue collar is a great way to go for young people today. I also think it's just a great skill set to have, you know what I mean? Like being a good finance bro, market analyst, does absolutely fuck all jack shit dick butt for you at home, okay? But if you're a plumber, you never have to hire a plumber. I used to be an electrician. I will never have to hire an electrician unless I am building a completely brand new home because I learned the basics of electrical. Isn't that awesome? Now, it wasn't for me, and I'm never going to discourage anyone else from pursuing that career path, but I just decided that it wasn't something that I wanted to pursue. So I'm now in a different blue collar trade in which I'm currently obtaining my Class 1 driver's license so that I can work in the oil patch. And it's pretty fucking blue collar, man. So let's think about the other facts, all right? AI is taking over. Pursuing blue collar could be a great way to circumvent that obstacle. Now, Gen Z has a lower IQ than the past generation. Well, you're probably goddamn right, okay? I'm not gonna fucking argue that, okay? My IQ personally is about 182. I just kind of decide to hold back, so you know, I don't want to I don't want to be rude, but we can read books. We can write. In fact, we can learn how to read and write better. We can learn how to problem solve better, faster than literally anyone else in history has ever. And also, this scientific stat of Gen Z's IQ is lower than the past generation. Next year, they'll have another study out that completely discounts that. So I wouldn't take that to heart and go, oh my God, I'm stupid. No, what do I do? Listen, man, if there is any truth to that, it is because we have literally been handed godlike tools that the past generation didn't grow up with. I mean, we didn't get handed a car. You know, a car is amazing. A car is really interesting and a really complex system, the internal combustion engine, for example. But that is just getting you to a physical place faster than before. We are getting to the infinite expanse of human knowledge immediately. No shit, we're dumber. Like, if that's factually true, no shit. Of course we are. I mean, if you went up to a caveman and went, hey man, here's a spaceship, he'd probably seem pretty fucking dumb too, you know? Even if he knew how to operate the tool. Even if you taught him how to operate that spaceship. Yeah, he'd seem a lot dumber too, because he, just like our generation, is now not required to learn a lot of the problem-solving skills that make up a higher IQ. A lot of us do not have to critically think for 90% of the things that our parents and our grandparents had to critically think for. We can just Google it, chat GPT it, look up a video on YouTube and allow that information to go in one ear and out the other, in one eye and out your ass, you know? So I encourage everyone to pick up a fucking book, man. It's not that hard. I'm reading a book on geopolitics right now. I mean, it's really cool because books can actually help you predict the future. You know, in this book, he actually talks about the entire historical context that led up to the current war in Iran. You know, books provide us with a real source of knowledge. And I hope you hit those fucking books when you go to school to get your blue-collar trade, because you're going to have to, unfortunately, if you want to make a living wage. So yeah, read, learn, talk to people, go outside and interact with the world in a meaningful way, build things, create things, art, architecture, whatever, man. Try to fix things around your house, become more useful, become a better problem solver. And when it comes to our generation being dumb as fuck when it comes to critical thinking, hey, stop Googling stuff. I mean, when's the last time you went the whole day without doing a Google search? You know? You ever called somebody? You ever just tried to fucking figure it out? You know, your sink leaks. You're not a plumber. All right. Pipe, go into other pipe. Come on. Like, we are capable. We are a capable generation. Okay? Stop giving up hope, man. Stop allowing the YouTube algorithm to dictate your future. Okay? I do not consent to this narrative that we are just going to be fucked. No. No, we are not. Not on my watch. Not on Jakey's watch. No way. Okay? And the next challenge I think that we face is obviously the affordability crisis of our generation, right? So let me ask you this. When you look at, let's say, a $500,000 home in your area, I'm sure that's probably the average price across North America for a decent single-family home. My brother in Christ, you are 21. You are under 25. Why the fuck are you thinking about buying a house? Like, no offense, but like, there are other things to do in life. Why are you letting that bring you down when you can fucking see the world, bro? Why are you letting that bring you down? You don't even have a down payment. You don't even have a savings account. My brother, my sister. You ain't got shit. All right? I don't even know if you have a job. And I'm not hating on you, okay? I've been unemployed. Look at me, man. Of course I have. All right? But there is work out there. I promise you. It's out there, man. Might not be in your particular field of interest. Might not be the job that you want to do for the rest of your life, but there is work. All right? And there is also a problem that Gen Z has that I really fucking hope that we can solve, that other generations just haven't figured out yet, that I think plays into this affordability crisis in a major way. Why are you taking out a loan to buy something that you can't afford? I think a lot of people aren't taught financial literacy from an affordability perspective in school, in youth in general. Just because you can buy something, let me word this in two ways. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean that you can afford it. And also, just because you can buy something doesn't mean you should buy it. Okay? Now let me explain what I mean by those two sentences. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford it. Okay. So you have the money to go and get a $10 coffee every day, all right? I'm not making this fucking bullshit argument. $10, stop drinking your $10 coffee and maybe you'd be a homeowner like me. No, I'm not gonna make that argument, okay? But when you are faced with a system that is selling you $10 coffee, and it's not just $10 coffee, guys. It's the $10 coffee. It's the $20 fucking McDonald's. It's the fucking $30 Labubu. I don't know what the fuck is popular nowadays, okay? I'm probably way behind on that. But whatever the pop-in trend right now is, why the fuck are you buying it, bro? You can't afford it. You cannot afford it. It is not within your budget. You do not have the ability to afford that luxury. You are not in that tax bracket, my guy. Okay? Just like me. I can't afford Starbucks. All right? And I can't afford McDonald's. I can't afford fast food. I can't afford fucking alcohol. You know what I mean? That's why I drink this, man. Okay? Not sponsored. All right? It just happens to be $2.50 a can at Walmart. Okay? Now, if I get super popular, Monster Energy, just know I am actually an enjoyer of your product. So, yeah, if you want to throw me a couple bones, you know, young strapping lad like myself isn't going to say no, okay? So, if you want to deny your reality and live in a fantasy where you think that you can afford things that are not within your budget, then Why in the fuck are you taking out debt? Why are you giving money intentionally to the super rich people who own these credit lending companies, Klarna, Kalshi, Capital One, MasterCard, I don't know, whatever fucking credit card companies are out there. Okay, I guess every bank technically offers a credit card. All right. You want to fucking get mad at the millionaires and billionaires and the rich folk and the tech lords and shit? You're giving them everything, man. And you're acting like you're forced to do so. Okay? Oh, God. Oh, the Netflix price went up. Hey, fucking DVDs still exist, bro. And let me guess, okay? Let me make a crazy guess here, okay? If Netflix is $20 a month, are you watching 20 movies a month? You have time to watch 20 films per month? That's amazing. Honestly, I applaud that if you are. However, did you know a fucking DVD is $1? Like, you can go on Facebook Marketplace or go to a fucking garage sale and get probably any film that you could think of for $1 and own it for the rest of your life. Don't act like we will own nothing and be happy. You can own things. It is possible. You don't want to. All right? I'm not on no fucking, anti-avocado toast jargon here, okay? But it is the massive amount of consumption that we think we need that is keeping us broke and keeping all of our money, all of us in the lower middle class, funneling upwards. Like, they're spending millions and millions of dollars on marketing to make you think that you need this super expensive coffee. If you like Starbucks, you can just buy the beans. Make it at home for like probably $1 of coffee, I imagine. Buy a fucking bottle of syrup, man. You got the same shit made for $1.25, but you want the convenience, acting like you don't have 24 hours in a day, man. You sleep 8, you work 10. What does that leave you with? 10 plus 8 is 18, right? 18 plus 6 is 24. You don't have 6 hours to make yourself a couple meals and make your coffee at home and go and buy a fucking DVD? And you're going to be like, Jakey, I can't afford a DVD player. You got a PS5, man. What the fuck are you talking about? You probably got that shit on credit too. Like, at least make it worth it, Okay? And I'm not giving this rant out towards like parents or single parents or, people who have dependents who, they got to take care of physically throughout the day or anybody with a mental or physical disability, all right? I'm talking about the vast majority of people who are in a position to improve their lives and yet choose not to, okay? I'm talking about the large majority of my generation who thinks that a fucking dollar is going to burn a hole in their hand and they got to get rid of it as fast as possible on something, all right? And don't act like this video is just for girls, okay? Don't act like women are the only ones out here consuming, okay? Gentlemen, I see the trucks you're buying that you don't need. I see the quad payments, the skidoo payments. You don't need that shit, bro. You want it. And you're willing to sit there with your 10 different payments that have fucked your credit score and made it so you physically cannot stop working and act like the government is against you. Like, brother, you signed the paper. You swiped the card. It is not on them, okay? If we are going to shift the blame onto someone else, how are we going to change things when we get into power? Like, are we just going to be like the boomers and the millennials nowadays, the boomers and Gen X nowadays that are going, Gen Z doesn't want to work. That's why everything's fucked up. They're just lazy. Are we gonna do that to fucking Generation Goo? You know, that are born in 2040 or whatever? Really? Are we gonna be saying that shit? Are we gonna be hating on them? Talk about they fucked up our situation? Because it's certainly sounding to me like we just gave up. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not this fellow. Mm-mm. And I've been through the mud. All right? I've been through hell to get to a point where I feel this hopeful. Okay? This time last summer, I had the cops rush into my home to do a welfare check on me after I had let them know that after I had let a suicide hotline know that I was ready to take my own life. Okay, I've been down that road, man, of no hope and a loss of critical thinking, and just no momentum in my life. But I'm done with that shit, man. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to change things. Okay? I hope you are too. Okay? You are the world changing. Don't forget that, man. Don't forget that. Every statistic that you hear that comes out is real people. If you work harder to make more money, and in 10 years, the news is reporting that wages have went up significantly amongst Gen Z, you did that. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and me. We all did it together. So we have to try, okay? Fuck AI, fuck the government, fuck the big businesses that are fucking holding you back and making you think like you gotta give everything to them, or making you think that you're not good enough to do better. Fuck them. All right? Let's go out there and get it, man. Okay? Work blue collar. Educate yourself. All right? And get off this fucking pain train, bro. Get out of this fucking sad mindset that you're in, man. Go for a walk without your goddamn phone once in a while. Read a book and buy a DVD. It's that simple, man. Just exist, bro. Stop consuming and just live. All right? Grow. Build. Let's make this world a better place. Fuck everybody else, man. Focus on you and how you can become better so that all of us can become better and we can change the statistics. Okay? Let's do this, man. All right? Fuck the authority. All right? Peace.